Well, hello, my beautiful Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel, Tasty Tarot. I'm your intuitive reader, Miss Chloe. We're going to be looking at your January 2026 forecast as we close out this year of 2025 and look into the next year. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited to welcome 2026 in with the new out with the old. All right, so I am going to remind you that this is a general reading, not one-to-one. So please take what resonates, release the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. I will, however, encourage you to look at my other videos for your other placements. Your sun, moon, and rising signs, and some say Venus too, can hold keys to further unlock your story. So let us see what we have in store. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so Cancer, as you move into January, you're going to be looking at your material world and surroundings. You're going to be thinking about what brings you security and stability. This is, financial stability, material stability. You might be looking at your environment, your house, and saying, okay, there's a few things here and there that I would like to revamp. I've had this on my mind that I'd like to change this element or add that. So yes, you can be absolutely looking at these things. I do kind of feel an element of a maternal type energy with Queen of Pentacles. She's definitely rooted in her earthly element. I've heard her referred to as like the forest witch as well. But with that Queen of Pentacles, you might be looking to nurture certain aspects within your own life. This could be something in regards to how you spend time with your family or your pets, plants. All right, Five of Pentacles coming into that position. I do like the Five of Pentacles in that space. You're going to be moving into an area where you're addressing this mindset of lack. It's really easy to fall into this trap of feeling like there's not enough. There's not enough resources, there's not enough money, there's not enough time. Or you could be feeling like, my skill set isn't enough. I'm not equipped to do this thing that I want to do or handle this situation. So nah, you're going to be addressing some of this. Queen of Pentacles in your protagonist energy is really beautiful. She's self-assured. She knows what she wants, and she knows how to get it. She knows how to tend to the matters of the physical realm. She knows how to schedule. She knows how to juggle responsibilities, and she knows how to take time for herself to revitalize. Ace of Cups, very nice. So you're definitely going to be getting some clarity on a few things here. You're going to be figuring out how to set more time aside for yourself. Man, I wish I could talk today. More time set aside for yourself to do the things that replenish you, that nourish you. You know, this is really, really important for actually achieving anything else of substance within our lives. We must take care of ourselves first. We can't give from an empty cup. See, if the Ace of Cups here were flipped over, it's like all that water is running out, leaving an empty cup. So for your outcome energy, you are coming into a place where you will feel more full, more revitalized. This could be in the routines that you decide to implement. You know, this is definitely a time of year where everyone is thinking about their New Year's resolutions. What are they going to do differently? What do they want to leave behind? And so some of these thoughts that you're having now can definitely play out into the future of being very beneficial for you. You know yourself best, Cancer. So don't forget to take that time for you. Don't forget to follow those simple guidelines for self-care. Looks like there's some lotus flowers at the bottom of that Ace of Cups card. You know, the lotus is a symbol of being able to thrive regardless of your environment. You know, the lotus will grow in these murky, muddy conditions and they will flourish. And so you too have that potential, Cancer, to flourish right where you are. Don't fall into a trap of thinking like, oh, if my circumstances were different, I could achieve and succeed and be that person I really want to be. But no, don't sell yourself short like that. You already have everything it takes. You have all the tools. You have the ability. It's up to you to figure out how you are going to use these things to advance to the next step, that step closer to being where you want to be. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see here. Six of Pentacles. The Moon. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm feeling here that something going in your favor, something to lean into at this time, is you do have an equal balance of something. There's a reciprocity within your energy field, like an equal give and take. You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So there may be people within your environment that you can lean on. You can have these critical conversations and say, okay, here is what I would like to do. Here's what I would like to see. I feel like this would be healthy for me. You know, this could potentially be healthy for you if this is, you know, if you're talking to someone within your living environment or someone close to you, and say, you know, here's what I need. With the moon in the resistance position, that's a good card for here too. Because again, you're coming into a place of more clarity, like your priorities are starting to bubble up and become more prominent within your own mind. And once you get those goals and those thoughts up front, like this is what I need to focus on, well, you're going to start focusing on it more. It won't feel so hazy what it is that you're trying to accomplish here, Cancer. Ace of Wands. Yeah, so there's definitely something about being excited, being revitalized in some way. It's like Hermit at the bottom of the deck. So maybe you've had some chance to think, kind of remove yourself, really decompress from, the everyday hubbub of the world. And you're like, okay, now that I've had this time to myself to think, I have more clarity. I have more clarity about where I stand. I've become more objective. Swords. Yeah. You're definitely starting something new here. Nine of Pentacles. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So, Ace of Wands. Maybe this is falling right in line with what we were just talking about. Realizing, having that clarity all of a sudden that, oh, I do have what it takes. I can start right where I am. I don't need some new product or course, like a work course. I can start right where I am. Five of Swords in the resistance. A couple fives here. So, being in this position, I have to, look at these more in their reversal states. And each one of these cards that you've gotten here today, Cancer, seems to me to be like a really great energy to flip. Maybe you felt stuck in a rut for a little while on just feeling clear about where you stand, where you want to go. Maybe you've had to endure some challenges here lately. Like I said, there's perhaps been this lack. Maybe it was just a mindset. Maybe it was truly something material that you felt was holding you back. And then Five of Swords, thoughts. Thoughts can make or break, Cancer. I feel like you are, I just heard you're maturing. We're all in various stages of maturity. And we have these epiphanies where things just start to click. And I feel like that's where you are right now, coming in to 2026, is you're going to be starting off this new year with a whole new level of clarity and a whole new level of conviction. Nine of Pentacles in the outcome. It's really nice. This is you being much more self-sufficient. We have this energy here of, I know what I need to hold on to. You know, I am going to guard my own mental, emotional, physical health. You know, with the Ace of Cups, the Four of Coins, Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, this is very much like I figured out that I can't just keep giving to everybody and everything without giving to myself. And now that I have this understanding, I'm holding on to it, is what I feel like you're saying. No, that's great. That is great. I really like this. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for you from the Enchanted Astrologer. And this is going to be a card that will indicate a place in your personal natal chart that maybe you want to take a little closer look at. This might hold a key to a deeper understanding of yourself that could prove very helpful. So let's see what we have for you, Cancer. Okay, thank you. 10th house. Capricorn got this too. So with the 10th house, it's very much about your reputation, your career, your social standing. You know, so there might be, for you, you might want to look into what planets might be residing in your 10th house. You might want to consider what those placements mean to you personally, what strengths or weaknesses might they naturally bring into your energetic field, and how can you, most importantly, how can you work with that? How can you train it, tame it to become something that benefits you? That's nice. All right, Cancer, if you found any value in this reading, please do consider giving it a like, a share, or you can subscribe to the Tasty Tarot channel and become part of the Tasty Tribe. Any of these actions will help greatly to spread these messages to others who may need to hear them. Alright, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you now, Cancer. And this is going to be a message from your guides, a message to take with you into 2026 and help bring some additional clarity and purpose to the energies that we've already read here today. Yeah, I definitely see you coming into a place of a deeper and greater personal understanding. It's like you're unlocking that particular combination. You found the combination that unlocks your potential. And you're going to start using that. And you're going to guard it. Once you realize what this is for you and how powerful it can be, you're not letting go. You're like, this is my drive. This is how I power myself. Ace of Wands. Being inspired. You're finding your inspiration. You're finding your inspiration and you're learning how to fall in love with life and yourself. First and foremost. Everything else kind of flows from there, I think. Very naturally. maybe even with a degree of effortlessness, relaxation. Very nice. Here's that moon coming in for you again. And of course, the moon is your ruling planet, Cancer. Yeah, it's like you're unlocking your own secrets to vitality. So with the relaxation card, I feel like this is an affirmation of what we've been talking about here. This is your guides telling you, Cancer, it is important for you to set time aside for yourself. You can't continue to keep overgiving to your career, to your family, to your social engagements. You know, whoa, take time for you. Even if you have to pencil it in onto the calendar and make sure you keep that appointment. This is saying that you really need to take some time. You know, you are of the water element. It wouldn't surprise me if you have to have that time to yourself to kind of go into hermit mode in order to just recharge, in order to slough off all the energies of other people and the craziness of the world. You have to have that alone time, that decompression time, in order to just, shake all of that off and then recenter and find yourself. So I think it's important here, Cancer, to consider what your hobbies are, because that can be a great outlet for finding some inner peace and having that sacred space to yourself. Don't be afraid to let other people know in your environment that, I need this. Can you give this to me, this space? Just for a few minutes every day. I need this space, and understand that if you give it to me, I will be able to give back to you tenfold. And I think you'll find that the people in your life will be like, oh, I respect that. Yeah, I like that. We can do this. Yeah. All right. I like it. I do. I do. You make sure to take care of yourself, Cancer. Do that so that everything else in your life can receive that much more from you. I really feel like that's what's coming through here for you today. All right. That's all I have for you, my dear Cancer. I hope that you found something in these messages that had meaning and importance to you. Again, I thank you so very much for being here with me. And until next time, go get 'em.